Right, assalamu alaikum everyone, and the market is falling down, Bitcoin is down, most of the coins are down. So let's talk about something good, right? Let's talk about the good side of the market falling. You know, some people are very frustrated that, oh no, things are going down. It's not going the way they wanted it to go, but unfortunately it's actually going the way it's going, right? So number one, I want to show you one thing back in the history here, that you see when BONK had this pattern, right? You had BONK moving sideways, and eventually it broke to the downside, and you went down, 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 pumped a little bit, and then you pump, and eventually went down to that technical target, right? Now what I want to say is that this pump that happened, this one here, right, was a very small mini relief, and then you went down to the target. So we may actually see BONK trying to come down like this to 634 and maybe make one pump back up to even 1058, make a 40% pump actually. Okay, and then finally maybe drop down to that technical target, because I don't really think you may actually drop down just all of a sudden. You can do that as well, but it will make to go down, then go up, and then eventually go to the downside. Another thing is the RSI. So the RSI on the daily is about to get really oversold. So what you're looking at is probably a move to the downside. So you're looking at all this support level on the RSI. It has always been a good idea to buy down at that support level. But one thing I want to say, just because you get the touch on the RSI doesn't really mean buy. Okay, the last time you had the touch down on the RSI was back in 19th of August last year, and you can see that the market dropped down here on the support level. And where were the prices? The prices were sitting at 22. If you look on the right side of your screen, that was 22, and you still kept on moving to the sideways, right? That means even though you came to 22, you still went all the way down to 17. You still dropped a little bit more, like 20-30% you dropped, right? So just because you go to that support line doesn't really mean bottom fish. This is basically known as bottom fishing, which I don't really recommend. So bottom fishing is more like, oh, we dropped, now it's time to buy, and this and that. It will be better to wait for some few more confirmations. Confirmation, for example, like a bullish divergences are really good confirmations. For example, if you see the prices dropping down, you might actually see this one coming down to 610 and still drop down to 424. So that means buying at 610 isn't good. I mean, combine this too. Combine the chart, combine the RSI, combine the support resistance, because this was your resistance here, that was your resistance right there, and this is definitely turning into support at 424 or 417. So if it does come down, I think this is a very good place to buy BONK one more time. It's going to be an incredibly cheap offer for you to see. One more thing is, I think the way you're moving down also creates an Elliott wave theory. So you're looking for this first wave, second one, maybe third one, down to I don't know, maybe 600, and then have that little bit of a fourth pump back to 991. Okay, so this can actually be a trade also in the middle, and then finally even drop to 428 or 426, and then from there, you start in an ABC correction, and then you start to probably move up one more time. If Bitcoin does try to move back up, you start another rally to the upside, who knows. And yeah, the worst case scenario is if you try to lose 400, and then I don't even really know from there when you are going to stop. I think after 420, 158 is your next big support, right? And it's possible that it may even come to 158. I'm just telling you the truth, okay? A lot of people are still going to dislike the video for the truth, but this target comes from ascending broadening wedge. Do you see this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and when you break below it, you're actually meant to go down from where you started it. So there are chances where I can see that happening, but as long as you do not really cross below 428. And that's it for the video. I'm going to see you in the next one in the office.